George Floyd was really a precursor or early version of violence interruption. He had problems in his life, and he went out with no government resources, by the way, to encourage more young people to put those guns down. And one of the best ways, as the chief knows, to fight crime is get people in those communities, to talk to people in those communities. Would you please welcome the sheriff of Harris County? He's doing a great job. Come on up, Ed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor, Commissioner, Chief, Sheriff, Congresswoman, to all the wonderful guests that are here today. First and foremost, to the Floyd family, our deepest condolences to you, and we stand in solidarity with you. Wow, George Floyd, 2 years since he was murdered. 2 years. It seems like only yesterday. And we know that his name has been heard in every corner of the world, but we need to continue to say his name. We need to make sure that we do not forget. We need to make sure that he continues to be far beyond the image of racial equality and police reform, but that continues to be through this art. And I want to commend Adrienne Isom, the sculptress, and Danette Davis for her generosity in making this happen. Thank you so much. And the Kay Davis and the Community Foundation as well for making it happen. Of course, Commissioner. But 2 years, and he mentioned it already, art is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to be able to come and reflect and to be able to remember, because we must remember Mr. Floyd. We must also remember that beyond being those symbols of racial equality and police reform, that he was also a father, that he was a friend, that he was a brother, that he was a loved one. And that we need to continue to make sure that this doesn't happen again, that we could reconcile and come together as a community and talk in honest dialogue and make sure that we're continue to not just speak, but also to find actions of ways to move forward. Because this is not a new occurrence. Just a few months ago, we remember Joe Campos Torres, that I remember from the early 70s when I was a young kid growing up in Houston, when he was murdered at the hands of police here in our community. And thanks to the mayor and other leaders, we were able to begin the process of a place of remembrance and reflection as well, because we cannot forget those names, and we must continue to say their names. And we must continue to work together, be part of the solution of how we can be better. And that it's not wrong to be against police brutality, but at the same time being for good policing, good constitutional policing, fair policing. And I know that's something that my colleague, Chief Finner, Sheriff Fagan, that we all believe in. And it's something we must continue to strive for. And that's my continued commitment. And Commissioner, I'd be remiss not to mention that you've mentioned voting quite a bit. And it's very important. And I see our friends, our partners here with Pure Justice, because we've partnered together to make sure that our county jail is now a voting site. First time in its history, a voting site. Here, the Harris County Jail, where clients and defendants that are incarcerated aren't stripped of the right to vote if they're eligible. So they've been voting. They were there and they registered, and they'll reach out and say, Sheriff, we need to work through this hurdle, and we'll work through it. And they're there and they're registering people. And that's the right thing to do. And we need more of that. So again, in closing, we stand in solidarity with you. Our deepest condolences. It's amazing to see our diverse community come together to honor and remember Mr. Floyd. And we will continue to remember. And it's great to have a place that we could visually come and see and sit and remember and reflect, and let it be a place of change, a place where we could be motivated to take action and make sure. I think the mayor says it often that our future is better than our past, or something. I don't want to quote you directly, but we know that there needs to be better days ahead. So thank you all for being here, and greatly appreciate this honor and opportunity. Thank you.